Hello guys, I'm back, and this is gonna be our part seventh um, for Veeam Certified, Engineer Training Course and Exam Practice. Um, and I think we already went through with up to Veeam ONE Monitor, so we're gonna see what is Veeam ONE Reporter. So Veeam ONE Reporter is um, I'm just gonna use the Windows session credentials. So under this one, this is what you will see in Veeam ONE Enterprise Plus edition. So basically, this one gives you a Veeam ONE Reporter, advanced monitoring, reporting, and capacity planning. So if you get a somebody asks you, hey, which tool you can use in Veeam ONE for our capacity planning and reporting, then you can say, hey, Veeam ONE Reporter. You need to know the difference between different Veeam products, Veeam ONE, options basically. So in this dashboard, you can see the first one is Veeam Backup and Replication, VMware Data Stores, VMware Trend, VMware VMS, alarms, infrastructure, capacity planning, and host and clusters. If we go back just for a second on a Veeam ONE monitor, um, you're gonna see that's the one we already went through in the last. It's not that different. You can see it. Different means is like some of the things are overlapping. Basically, if you go under infrastructure and you can see you can add the server, and the other options. What I'm trying to say is there is the monitor is being monitored, right? And let me actually exit out this thing. Uh, so right here, huh? Veeam ONE monitor. Did I exit the wrong one? Okay, let's go to Veeam ONE. Actually, it was here. Sorry. So this is the Veeam ONE. So Veeam ONE is just a reporter, and it does the difference between the other one is monitoring, and this one is advanced monitoring. You know, advanced monitoring, reporting, and capacity planning. So it's kind of overlapping. One they say, hey, is monitoring, and the other one is saying is advanced monitoring. So and obviously you can add the new dashboard if you want to, but that's too soon actually. And here you have three options. One is a dashboard, one is a workspace, and one is the third one is configuration. So let's go back to dashboard. In dashboards, you have a Veeam and backup replication. If you click on it, it will give you the information about your backup infrastructure inventory. It will give you a, hey, what do you have? You have one enterprise manager. We have one backup server, one proxy server, one repository server with two repositories there. Actually basically two repositories, when accelerators, the backup jobs, replication jobs, and backup copy jobs. So this one is by default. You will not see a, the file copy job or any other thing. So you will see this 1, 2, 3, and I think that's what we configured. So this one is pulling information from your Veeam backup and replication. And here's the date between a December 2 to December 9 for 7 days. Um, it's like you can look at the objects and you can look at the health state. So basically, a health state is all good, all green, green, green. Even though this says green here, it doesn't mean anything because the number attached to it is 0. So for backup server, you have 1 right here. So you can see why this one has a flag right here, right here. So one job failed. So it's saying, hey, backup server has one job failed. In last um, 7 days. So this one's starting from 12:05 because we didn't have anything prior to that, and it's going to under 12:09. So right is 12:09. So the green is success, warning failed is a standard kind of traffic light. um, and this is the backup window, you know, backup jobs, replication job. You can click on each one to see which one is which. So there's no backup jobs. I'm sorry, this is the backup jobs and this is the replication job. So there's no green thing here right now. So I don't know what you need to remember as far as the exam is concerned, but for a you know, operational perspective, you need to be familiar with this thing. So dashboard is a dashboard, and let's go to workspace. So under workspace, you can see a active snapshot in your VMware folders. You can click on it, and it will give you a scope, objects, business view, and all the details you need to know under you know, garbage files and insufficient data usage. You can click on it here, like preview. These are the different, basically the reports, and it will give you the you know, drill down view. Under capacity planning, you can click on the capacity planning. You can select the items, whatever select you want. For example, analyze for last 6 months, or you know, entire collection, past year, 3 months, you know, all details, and for how far in the future you want to plan for. So let's see, for next 12 months, CPU utilization, you want to keep it for 80%, and the memory utilization 80%, maximum utilization per data store is 90%, so you want to keep some cushion for, you know, instant utilization. And these are the between, actually this is 12 a.m. to 11 p.m. so basically the 24 hours, and you can preview it. Right here it gives you all the details, number of standard hosts, I mean standalone hosts, number of hosts, number of data stores, number of VMs, and number of powered on VMs. So we have 87 VMs and 71 is powered on. The data store space utilization, you know, all these things. And data planning is, hey, resources required for next number of you know, the next 12 months based on past 6 months. We're gonna need a 6 more terabyte space available, and memory is good, CPU is good at this point. So this is just the capacity planning reporting, and under custom reports. So actually, you know, the question might come in exam. It's like, hey, under, if you wanted to run a certain reports, is that report is available or not? For example, you don't have to remember all these things. It's just to go back on this one, like, hey, we have a chargeback, we have a backup assessment, you know, all the details about job configuration, what you call it, the backup billing, backup capacity planning, backup monitoring, backup review, tape reports job, you know, how the tape backup is being done or not. VMware Overview. Let's see the VMware Overview. You click on Show Configuration, the report. This report pack provides general inventory configuration, review for vCenter servers, data clusters, host VM, and data store, basically everything. So you can cancel this thing right here. So that was just the description. So you can actually click on it, a cluster configuration, and then you can you know, run the report. So it will give you all this information. So basically, this is another tool to give you the information you need. These are the offline reports. You can do it, you know, like up there, infrastructure overview Visio. Let's see what it's going to do. Include VMs. and I'm gonna open it. And the problem is I don't have that Visio on this one. Where is it? Save as. I'm just gonna say test my reports, and I want to click OK. I'm gonna run one more time. Include VMs. I'm gonna save as. Okay, it goes to folder under reports. Okay, so let's see. Under, I don't know where it's gonna go actually. It should go somewhere under dashboard. Actually, the report is being saved, and you need a Veeam report viewer. I saved that report on a right here on a desktop, but I click on it, it doesn't launch because we need the download Veeam report viewer. So let's run this Veeam viewer report real quick. There you go. So this is the offline report. So if I'm going to hit File, Open, and a right here infrastructure report. Yeah, cannot open Visio, so we don't have the Visio here, unfortunately. I do have it on a separate computer, but that's not gonna help. Let's try this thing. Okay, so what I did, I actually downloaded the Veeam report viewer right here, and I copied to my another computer where I have the Visio installed, and I am actually running. Here you can see it actually. I clicked on it and it's running. I opened the report manager, and I opened the report, and it's running right now. So, and it's taking time. Let's see why it's taking time. See, as you can see, when I run the report, I clicked on it, and it's run. I actually clicked on it twice by mistake, so the second time it just is panning, and the first one is still saving the document. It says 9 out of 80, so I don't know how long that's going to take. If I click on details, you can see the details right here. It's trying to do this, trying to save the document. So what is doing it? You can let it run in the background. Let's see how long it's going to take to finish. Once it's done, then I'm going to bring it to the screen. Let's see here. I'm going to move this thing out of the way so we can watch it later. So that is just the offline report. Then you have this here, like all deployment projects. You can have a deployment project. What if analysis and resources reservations of for advanced capacity planning in your virtual infrastructure. So see, this one is a create a deployment project. You can select a name, change the container name, data store, and the scenario. So I'm not going to go there at this point because we have a lot more other stuff to cover. And this video has already been 15 minutes. Under user reports. So basically, you can see, how many options are here. Anything you want, you need to know about your Veeam environment or your backup infrastructure. So the next one is a configuration under. So configuration is, you have a summary tab, is a server collection state. There are 4 success, warning, error, and server state. You can click here and to watch, drill down to see the views. So Actually, I think we just added the same server twice before. So this was a let's see, run now. Maybe these two servers are running in a different capacity actually for different role. Uh, while I was doing it, look at the sessions. I think this thing was done by 6, 7, 8, 9. Um, all type of jobs, extension modules. What you have it here. See the report track widget um, under reports brand. Probably you can upload custom report image. That's your SQL Server reporting services. The report management, and this thing is about the configuration. This gives you a lot more details. Um, if you go, for example, a um, Veeam ONE reporter, and you click here, um, see this one is November 18. This is the latest one. So you click here um, under Veeam ONE reporters. If you need a more details, about the, for example, dashboard, viewing the dashboard, it's the same thing we went through. Um, and obviously you can customize it. You can create up, a predefined dashboard and reports. I mean, what I'm trying to say is there is a lot of depth in this one. So, and this one was updated like 11/16, like last month. Um, so this is the same screen we are on actually under summary tab right here. That's what they're talking about right here, and you can see what you can get before you configure Veeam ONE report setting, blah blah blah, one Veeam report server, open the configuration and click on the summary. That's what we did. Um, so so right here, if we don't understand, um, we need more information, we can go right here, the helpcenter.veeam.com and the DOCS, and you have a lot more information there. Okay, guys, I'm still waiting for that document, and that document did not open yet. It's still, I think it's got stuck on 9 out of 80. Let's see why it got stuck. Maybe it's trying to open the Visio one. Let me check. Yeah, actually, I'm trying to cancel it. I clicked one more time, so it's added one more. So it's kind of hanging right here. Um, Actually, the part I understand is, but I saved the report to, it doesn't matter I'm remote or not, so I saved the offline report to my computer where I'm running the Veeam report viewer. So, okay, I will actually look into it. So this part is done. So basically, I'm going to close this thing right here. That was when I was trying to run it locally. It didn't have a Visio, so that's the old one. So basically, we went to a ONE reporter. So let's see what is one. One business view. So these are the sub-components of Veeam ONE. So under this one, you can see this one is a business view, object categorization by business unit, department, purpose, and SLA. So this one you can actually localize it. You can, if you have a big company, then you can run this report for business units. If you have a multiple business units. So right here it show you what the cluster, the host system, storage, and virtual machine. And the honestly, like, how much information do you need? And what type of information you need, and the information is a kind of purpose-driven information for you. It's not gonna give you, like, if you need a report for management, they don't care about if the VM failed last night or not. So they need a different kind of report for capacity planning. So this Veeam ONE give you a reports based on your purpose, basically. You need the report for a IT guy, you need the report for the manager, you need the report for the management. um, you need a report where you can go to third-party vendor and say, hey, look, this is the bottleneck, for a consultant. um, so this is the dashboard. This is the dashboard. This is the workspace. You configure, give you all the information right here. How many CPUs you have, what is the storage assigned to, how much memory is assigned to. Um, right here you can see, hey, this machine has 8 gig. Why? Oh, this is SCCM. SCCM uses a SQL server, so it needs more storage to cache the information. Same thing gonna be for like this one. Is the this one has a 49. Why? This one is the controller machine. So this gives you a where the resources are being used. You can pull all this information. Obviously, you can pull this information from the vCenter as well, or but this gives you a one tool for everything. So anyway, so this was the workspace, and this is your, not your, this is my cluster. Okay, this is our cluster, and you can see here the cluster memory, the details. Let's go to the hosts. Host is, whatever the SLA is. Not SLA is not set. Mission critical. Others are required. Excluded. Details. You know. And this is the storage. The storage type. What is storage, capacity, free space, all these kind of information. Here's the VMs, the data store, last backup. Like you can say, hey, the last backup VM. Here's the 97%. Here is 95. Here's 75. So it gives you a different last backup date, and about your same thing SLA, about the VM network, VMS snapshots, you name it. I mean, anything and everything you need about your environments is right there. Here's the configuration. You can create a categories, groups, the management servers. Here's the options like set dashboard group number. This is import export. This is giving you a import from the management server. You can export tag mapping to CSV file, import tag mapping to CSV file. You can export and import. So one of the thing you have to remember, actually, from exam perspective, I'm pretty sure, not from operational perspective, is the exam perspective. You have these three different tools. So one is the Veeam ONE monitor, second one is Veeam ONE reporter, and third is the Veeam ONE business view. So you might be quizzed for which tool to use where, at when. So basically, what tool does what. So if there is a you need a reporting, and you can pull that report from what. So what's the difference between Veeam ONE reporter and Veeam ONE business view and Veeam ONE monitor? So all these things are pretty important to remember. And I think we just finished our overview at this point. We didn't go into the details yet, like the Veeam backup and replication components. Remember, we were talking about um, the different roles, different type of servers, and kind of like what is proxy server for example, when you're going to use a proxy server, and what is the mount server. So we're going to go in details later, probably on the next videos. Right here, I'm gonna end this video. It's 26 minutes for now, and up to this point. Hey, I do appreciate watching this video, and if you like it, subscribe it, and thank you very much for your time. See you in the next video.